Hello and welcome to my Throne of Thunder raid guide. My name is Eliana, and in this video I'll show you all you have to know about Tortoise, the 4th boss in this new raid instance. We completed this fight with 2 tanks, 3 healers, and 5 DPS, but similar raid configurations may work just as well. Tortoise is a single-phase encounter with a focus and ad control and finding a good DPS split. Tortoise himself is completely stationary and requires a static tank throughout the whole fight. He summons 2 types of ads, World Turtles and Vampiric Batlings. Batlings can and should be tanked. World Turtles just, well, whirl around the room chasing raid members. This fight is a 7-minute enrage timer. Upon engaging, your main tank should pick up Tortoise. Since Tortoise is stationary, the tank must always remain in melee range of the boss. Tortoise will always attack the highest threat target in range. If nobody is in range of him, his rage gain speeds up considerably. This cannot happen. Your ranged DPS and healers should spread out around the rest of the arena. Every 60 seconds, Tortoise summons 3 World Turtles. They are untankable and will chase after random raid members and knock them around, then move on to another raid member. These are normally pretty fast, but are slowable, and slowing them is incredibly helpful. That means you should do it. Only direct slows work though, they are not phased by ground effects such as Ice Trap. We had our ranged DPS assigned to take out Turtles. Make sure to get out of their way whenever you can, as they continuously inflict 125k damage if you're within 5 yards of one. When they get low on health, they will become immune to damage and stop all movement. In this state, they can be kicked by any raid member with a special action button. This is important because of an ability called Furious Stone Breath. Tortoise casts roughly every 45 seconds when he hits 100 rage. It's a channeled spell that inflicts tons of damage every half second to the entire raid and must be interrupted by kicking a turtle at Tortoise. We had one person, our hunter, assigned to kicking turtles. It's good to also assign a backup in case your primary kicker dies or is otherwise inconvenienced. Definitely communicate this on Vent. To kick at Tortoise, position behind a low health turtle and make sure Tortoise is in a straight line from you. Then hit the special action button that looks like a kicking foot. Kicking a turtle will also cause Tortoise to take 25% additional damage for 20 seconds. It's a good idea to utilize Bloodlust and personal damage cooldowns when Tortoise has just been kicked. You will most likely have spare turtles up that can be kicked at Tortoise between Furious Stone Breaths for some extra damage. Every 30 seconds, Tortoise summons a group of Vampiric Cave Bats. These need to be grouped up and tanked. We had ranged DPS take them out, but your battling tank can drag them into the melee pile for additional cleave damage. Healers need to make sure to always keep the Cave Bat tank above 350k health. If he drops below, the bats will heal for a lot when they attack him. Your tank should call out when he has all the batlings grouped up and is in a stable position, so DPS knows it's safe to AoE. Throughout the whole fight, stalactites will fall from the cavern roof. The impact point is clearly marked by a blue circle on the ground seconds before they actually fall. Within the blue circle, they inflict major damage, which is 350k, so do not stand in that. Within the 20-yard range of the impact point, they inflict low damage, about 60k, which isn't a big issue. About 30 seconds into the fight, and every 40 to 50 seconds after, Tortoise will cast Quake Stomp. This inflicts 65% of every raid member's maximum health as physical damage, as well as stuns everyone for 1 second. Quake Stomp temporarily increases the amount of stalactites that fall too. You definitely want to employ raid cooldowns such as Spirit Shell and Revival for this, and you might even want to stagger them. While the original Quake Stomp damage isn't that bad by itself, the increased amount of stalactites falling down afterwards ramps up to considerable damage, and there will be several turtles up as well. Every 8 to 10 seconds, Tortoise will use Snapping Bite on the main tank. It inflicts 525k physical damage. Healers will need to be aware of this and heal up the damage spikes. If Snapping Bites coincide with Quake Stomp, your tank should use personal cooldowns. Ad control is imperative in this encounter. Once you figure out a good DPS split and manage to minimize damage taken by stalactites and turtles, you've got the most important parts down. It is worth noting that if your fight happens to take 5 minutes or longer, Tortoise will spawn extra sets of turtles incredibly frequently. In our kill, we had 2 extra sets spawned at the 5-minute mark and then another 15 seconds later. This seems to function as a soft enrage timer. We decided to ignore ads and just burn the boss when he was at around 10 to 15% health. I'm putting a link to a video of the whole encounter into the video info, in case you want to see how we dealt with the various mechanics in detail. Good luck and have fun!